A Ukrainian bombing drone detects a Russian soldier rushing along a narrow trail leading into dry tree lines. After running for several moments, the soldier drops beside a bush and attempts to hide beneath the vegetation. From above, the drone maintains visual contact and moments later releases a munition toward the concealed position. The following scene unfolds in the Pokrovsk direction, where a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone detects a Russian soldier moving alone across exposed terrain without any visible support nearby. For several moments, the soldier appears uncertain, repeatedly slowing down as if deciding where to go next. Eventually, he changes direction and heads toward a nearby forest edge before slipping into a dense bush, likely hoping to remain concealed from aerial observation. The movement is quickly reported, and a nearby Ukrainian strike drone unit is redirected to the area. Moments later, the concealed position is identified. With the target confirmed inside the brush, the drone immediately shifts from observation to attack mode and commits to the engagement beneath the forest cover. A group of Russian soldiers is spotted moving through a ruined sector in the Avdiivka direction, before dispersing among damaged structures and debris. Moments later, a Ukrainian drone arrives above the area and begins scanning carefully for exact positions. After a short search, the drone identifies one Russian soldier standing completely motionless beside the rubble. He appears to believe that remaining still will help him avoid detection from above. The assumption proves incorrect. The drone maintains visual confirmation, adjusts its approach, and continues closing in under steady aerial observation. A Russian soldier is spotted moving through a ruined area while searching for cover among collapsed structures and scattered debris. Moments later, a Ukrainian strike drone is redirected to the location and begins closing in from above. Focused entirely on finding a safe position, the soldier continues moving between the damaged buildings without realizing that he is already being tracked. The drone maintains a steady approach while observing his movement path through the rubble. Just as the soldier reaches the entrance of a ruined structure and attempts to move inside, the drone commits to the engagement before he can disappear beneath cover. Over open ground near a small lake in the Pokrovsk direction, a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone detects a lone Russian soldier moving across the field without support nearby. Moments later, a Ukrainian strike drone unit arrives and begins closing in on the position. As the aircraft approaches, the soldier reacts by using his weapon to force the drone back momentarily, creating a brief opening to reposition. The delay does not last long. The drone quickly regains control, circles back into attack range, and launches a second approach while maintaining continuous aerial pressure over the exposed terrain. A Ukrainian drone waits in ambush near a trench line when its thermal system suddenly detects a Russian soldier concealed among large trees nearby. The drone immediately advances toward the position, forcing the soldier into panic as he breaks cover and runs into exposed ground. With the aircraft rapidly closing in from above, he attempts to dive into a trench for protection. The effort comes too late. The drone maintains its line, closes the final distance, and commits to the engagement before he can reach cover. A Russian soldier is surrounded by multiple Ukrainian drones while attempting to fight back from an exposed position. As he focuses on one aircraft approaching from the front, another drone circles behind him and rapidly descends toward his location. Nearby, a second Ukrainian drone scans through dense brush and detects another Russian soldier concealed inside the vegetation. The hidden position remains unnoticed until the aircraft begins its final approach. Only then does the soldier react in panic, realizing the concealment has already failed under continuous aerial surveillance. Near a forest edge in the Kupiansk direction, a Ukrainian drone is tasked with locating a Russian soldier who had been detected earlier inside the tree line. The aircraft conducts a careful search through the damaged vegetation, scanning between branches and fallen debris for any sign of movement. After several moments, the drone identifies the soldier concealed beneath a broken tree limb, relying on camouflage and stillness to avoid detection. The position is quickly confirmed from above. Without hesitation, The drone shifts from surveillance to attack mode, lowers its angle, and commits to the engagement inside the narrow forest cover. A Ukrainian bombing drone detects a Russian soldier moving near a tree line before the man suddenly breaks into a run toward a shallow pit covered with camouflage fabric. Moments later, the drone releases a munition directly above the position. After the strike, the soldier appears unable to move on his own, likely injured during the initial attack. Sometime later, 2 Russian soldiers arrive to assist. With little time and limited options, they drag the wounded man across the ground toward another nearby shelter. Shortly afterward, the group places him onto a small transport cart and begins pulling him toward what appears to be a rear area for medical treatment. As they move through open ground, however, they notice another drone overhead and quickly redirect into nearby trees beside a trench line in an attempt to avoid detection. Moments later, another munition is released toward the position. After the second strike, additional Russian soldiers move into the area to assist the wounded. One injured serviceman is helped back toward cover, while others drag the originally wounded soldier into a nearby shelter instead of continuing the evacuation. From above, the Ukrainian drone continues monitoring the movement and quickly identifies the exact hiding position being used. Once the shelter location is confirmed, the drone releases another munition toward the entrance, maintaining pressure under continuous aerial surveillance while the soldiers attempt to regroup inside the damaged defensive position. 2 Russian soldiers jump into a small body of water after detecting a Ukrainian drone flying nearby, hoping the water and low profile will help them avoid aerial observation. For several moments, they remain partially submerged and motionless near the edge of the shoreline. The attempt, however, fails to break visual tracking. From above, the drone continues monitoring their position, confirms the target location, and rapidly transitions from surveillance to engagement as it descends toward the water. Near the Chasiv Yar direction, a Ukrainian drone detects a group of 3 Russian soldiers hiding beneath a damaged bridge, using the concrete structure as cover from aerial observation. The drone immediately redirects and begins a fast approach toward the position. As the soldiers notice the aircraft descending toward them, panic spreads through the group. They rush around one of the bridge supports, attempting to use the large concrete pillar as protection, while changing direction repeatedly. The effort proves ineffective. From above, the drone maintains visual tracking, closes the remaining distance, and commits to the engagement beneath the damaged bridge structure. According to released footage, Ukraine's 411th Drone Regiment, known as Jastrubi, or Hawks, conducted large-scale drone operations in the Huliaipole direction, deploying more than 50 drones within a single day to track and engage Russian infantry, motorcycles, and hostile drones operating across contested sectors. The operation relied on continuous aerial surveillance, combined with rapid strike coordination, allowing Ukrainian drone teams to maintain pressure across multiple targets at once. The footage demonstrates how quickly movement becomes exposed once aerial tracking is established. In several sequences, Russian soldiers attempt to escape using motorcycles after detection, rapidly crossing dirt roads and open terrain in an effort to break contact. Yet limited countermeasures and the absence of effective aerial protection leave few reliable escape options once drones begin pursuit from above. The operation also highlights the growing precision of drone control in both open ground and damaged road networks. Operators maintain stable flight paths while avoiding obstacles, adjusting altitude, and continuously tracking individual targets even during high-speed movement. Rather than relying only on direct attack, the drones apply constant observation and positional pressure to reduce mobility over time. Across the Huliaipole sector, the footage reflects a broader battlefield reality where persistent drone presence limits movement, weakens concealment, and forces infantry to operate under near-continuous aerial surveillance without reliable electronic protection or coordinated air defense support. A 5-man Russian assault group advances toward a Ukrainian shelter inside a forested area in the Zaporizhzhia direction, while being monitored from above by a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone. Moments later, one member of the group is neutralized, triggering panic among the remaining soldiers. The others immediately scatter and attempt to escape through the trees, but the movement is quickly tracked from the air. A Ukrainian drone rapidly closes in and carries out another strike before the group can create enough distance. After the initial engagement, the remaining soldiers regroup in a single location, hoping the forest cover will conceal them. Seconds later, another Ukrainian drone arrives above the position and begins a follow-up attack under continuous aerial observation. Near a forest edge in the Kupiansk direction, a Ukrainian bombing drone conducts a terrain sweep, following earlier heavy fighting in the area. While flying along the tree line, the drone suddenly detects a Russian soldier lying in completely exposed ground, without any visible cover nearby. The soldier eventually notices the aircraft overhead, yet shows no intention of running or reacting. Instead, he remains motionless in the open, almost as if nothing is happening around him. From above, the drone operator does not rush the moment. Rather than immediately committing to an attack, the aircraft continues circling patiently, maintaining steady observation while monitoring every movement from the sky.